What is your legacy? Lords, mayors, esteemed guests, fellow leaders, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Standing before you here today in Oxford is a great milestone for me. Not because of the prestige of this institution, not because of the recognition we are getting today, but because of the opportunity to serve that was given. I'm a reflection of the persons who invested in me. For my parents, my husband, my family, all who sacrificed. When I look at this journey, I realize that I was shaped or being shaped by three communities. The Caribbean gave me my roots. The United Kingdom broadened my perspective. America gave me opportunity. None of these places asked me to forget who I am or where I came from. Instead, each one taught me something of who I can become. That journey eventually led me into law, human rights, entrepreneurship, real estate, non-profit leadership, and international cooperation. When asked which of these roles are most important, I simply say none. Our titles may describe what we do, but they do not define who we are. Character does. Service does. Purpose does. And perhaps that is why I have come to believe that helping others discover who they really are is the greatest testament of great leadership. Our world celebrates achievement. We celebrate promotions, recognition, influence, success. There is nothing wrong with success, but sex alone has never changed history. Legacy has. When we plant seeds for harvest, we know they'll never see. Around the world, women continue to overcome barriers that have nothing to do with talent and everything to do with opportunity. When women advance, families become stronger, communities become healthier, businesses become more innovative, and economies become more resilient. Investing in women is not charity. It is one of the greatest investments any society can make. Because when women are empowered, we simply change all lives around us. Generations change. Through my work with the United Nations Associations of the Americas, I have witnessed this through in communities across countries. The Sustainable Development Goals are often described as an international framework, but I have come to see it differently. They are a call to leadership, a call to educate instead of exclude, to empower instead of limit, to collaborate and not to compete, to create opportunity instead of dependency, and to leave no man behind. Most importantly, to remember that our shared humanity will always be greater than our differences. The Sustainable Development Goals are not simply a roadmap for governments. They are an initiative or invitations for every one of us to become better ancestors. People always say, when you learn serving your communities across the world, what is different for you? I simply say, my communities are not built by buildings. They're built by trust. They're built with neighbors becoming partners. When differences become conversations, when service becomes more important than recognition. When people decide that someone's future matters just as much as their own, technology has connected our devices, leadership connects our hearts. Economic growth is often measured by numbers, markets, GDPs, employment, investments. Those numbers matter, But sustainable economic growth brings much deeper. It begins with a young person believing in education has a purpose. When an entrepreneur receives their first business opportunities, when a family receives their first home, when community gains the resources once seemed impossible, economies become stronger. Better opportunity expands. And opportunity equals wherever courageous leadership exists. That has been the heartbeat of our own journeys. Whether we are serving through nonprofit leadership, businesses, housing, financial education, or community development, the mission has always been the same. Create an opportunity because opportunity changes lives. Before I go, let me say these 4 principles: discipline, dedication, determination, and desire. Those 4 principles can take you across all nations and without borders. So today, our shared responsibility and our question is, which person are we pulling up? Thank you.